Once again, this is DJ Abel, and I'm back with my special guest, spoken word artist Michelle Moseley, a phenomenal talent and an artist in every sense of the word who pushes the parameters of spoken word arts. Her poetry ranges from the emotionally uplifting to the assured bravado, and she practices in the tradition of hip-hop theater. So put your hands together for the talent we call Michelle Moseley. First off, I want to say thank you for coming through.
Well, thank you for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Well, for the people that don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience?
My name is Michelle Moseley. I'm a spoken word artist from South Jersey, representing Pleasantville in Atlantic City. That's me. I'm a lover of music, poetry. It's what I was destined to do.
So when did this journey begin for you?
I was 12 years old when my mom gave me a journal to start writing in. My mom is a writer. She's actually a published author.
Sweet.
So she's always helped me like be in love with reading and writing. So 12, I didn't know that I was writing poetry. That's not what I set out to do.
Okay.
It was more like my parents are divorced. I need an outlet.
Yeah, real life will make you write.
Yeah, so that's how it got started. And I didn't realize that I was doing something until I heard Juicy for the first time.
Okay.
So that's when I knew, like, wow, this could be something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, in '04 was the first time I got a chance to experience your poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that night and the feel of the energy of the audience responding to you? How was that?
I just remember wanting to share it, the poem, so bad. And even though I was the last performer and the crowd kind of like, it was getting drying down to the end or whatever, I just remember wanting to share that poem so much and to have people receive it as well as they did. It being my first time standing up and doing spoken word.
One thing I do remember, your reaction from the crowd, applauding you. You were so emotional and caught up in the moment.
Yeah, I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. How did things go with the first project that came out, Hood Approved?
The response from it, I got a very good response from it. It took me to a lot of different places like Florida and New York and Philadelphia and things like that. And then I started selling it on the street. I had
So you had your little hustle going on.
Yeah, I had my little hustle going on. I had the bootleg guy bootlegging it.
Wow, that's serious. That's
so
serious.
it was a great experience. I always say that no matter what happens, I'm going to be able to look back on that first album, that first beginning of that journey, the flow session, everything, and just be so happy. That's like one of my happiest moments in life, that journey.
Yeah. You also hold the distinction of being the first winner of the Atlantic City Poetry Slam competition back in '05.
Yes.
Do you remember the poem that you won that with?
It was entitled It's the Hood.
Okay.
And that was a great win.
Okay, so poetry has taken you on this beautiful journey. What are some of the opportunities you've gotten to experience from being the spoken word artist that you are?
Surviving life.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that's the best thing that I've gotten out of being a spoken word artist is having an outlet when I'm going through things and different challenges in my life. I believe every poem that I write is true. It's from my heart. It's something that I've experienced. On Queen Motivation, I have a poem entitled I Hate That Hoe. And it is very real. I wrote it crying on my cousin's floor after I left an abusive relationship.
Yeah, it's a very strong piece because I can feel the internal struggle of you battling with yourself.
It was so, for me, poetry is, spoken word is my therapy. It really is. I say all the time it saved my life in so many different situations.
You know what? And a lot of MCs that come up in the industry, they say the same thing. So I guess that's why you have such a natural connection to the hip hop culture. Would you say that is helping you with this mixtape that you're coming up with?
Oh yes, most definitely. Hip hop has helped me from day one. Without hip hop, there would be no Michelle Moseley, his favorite female poet, whatever.
What can we really expect from this Queen Motivation? I mean, how many tracks? Any special appearances? Who's doing production other than the industry tracks?
Firehouse. Shout out to Rad. They're really my support team like right now, like as far as helping me being in the studio, like go for it, Michelle. I feel so comfortable in there. I have Young Chef on the album who is an awesome writer and a singer. I can tell him my ideas, he listens to it. This will be my second song I've done with him. And he just brings his flavor. Choices is one of the tracks that we did together. You can actually go to Michelle Moseley, thepoet.com, and you can go listen to that. It's over a Meek Mill's beat, but he wrote his verse to it after I had wrote mine, and I love it. It's the first time I'm rapping.
Okay, I look forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
So when this beautiful journey is over and you've done everything with spoken word, what's the one thing that you want your audience to get from you? What's the lasting legacy you want to leave with them?
That I lived, and I was a poet that lived. I want to leave this earth knowing that kids are happy about being poets, like. And it be partly because of me, because of what I left behind, my poetry, my work. You know how young kids want to be doctors and basketball players. I want that same passion that they want to be a poet.
What more can I say? Michelle Moseley, wordsmith extraordinaire, and VJ Abel, and that was Real Talk in the Lounge.